My name is Cassidy.
My name is Angelina.
And my name is Journey.
So today, students will be presenting their poems and their media productions, let alone with their music compositions.
The categories that will be presented is Music Is, If I Had One Wish, My Synthetic Self, and Student's Choice.
So let's get started. First, we have Music Is.
Music is great. Music is amazing. Music makes me feel powerful. Music gives me happiness. Music is the universe. Music is wonderful. Music is a thing that connects us all. Music is.
Music is awesome. Music is energy. Music makes me feel hyper. Music gives me excitement. Music is.
Music is soul. Music is light at the end of the tunnel. Music is my friend. Music is my comfort, my shelter. Music has a connection like no other. It never leaves. Music is poetry.
Music is strong. Music is smooth. Music makes me powerful. Music gives me confidence and bravery. Music is.
Alright, music is something that makes me relax. Music is something that makes me open up to a world that I never imagined. Music is.
Music is.
Music is wonderful. Music is powerful. Music makes me feel great. Music gives me hope. Music is the way and the future I head for. Music is.
Music is something that brings people happiness. Music gives me power to do football and track. Music is.
Music is life. Music is my future. Music make me feel happy and things I never felt before. Music gives me vibes and hype, things that make me feel who I am. Music is everything to me. Music is. Don't tell.
Music is.
Music is.
Music is my rejuvenation. It brings me peace. Music is a resemblance of whatever you are going through, you can conquer it. Music shines a light on all your problems. All songs have meaning, but when you hear a song you can relate to, it's a whole different feeling. Music gives me positive moods. It's a way people relate to life. It's how people talk about their lives and express themselves in a creative way. Music makes me feel confident. Music inspires me to be the best me that I can possibly be. Music is.
Music is.
You think this is too tall for me? Or is it just perfect?
Perfect. Music is great. Music is space. Music makes me feel like a bird in the sky. Music makes me fly. Music is the gold in the sky.
Music is.
No, I did not. Music is life. Music is power. Music makes me feel happy. Music gives me motivation. Music is.
Music is.
Music is amazing. Music is heartwarming. Music makes me feel at home. Music gives me happiness. Music is.
Music is.
Music is a way to show what you are. Music is a way to express what you love. Music makes me feel safe and calm. Music gives me hope and love in bad times. Music is.
Music is nice. Music is fine. Music makes me feel good. Music gives me a mood. Music is.
Music is creative. Music is everything. Music makes me happy. Music gives me joy. Music is.
Music is a vibration that everybody loves and enjoys. Music is emotion. Music makes me feel comfort. Music gives me joy. Music is.
Is one of the big pieces of my puzzle. Music is the beginning of new beginnings. Music is a speech to the ear that we love to hear. Music is a sigh and a happy sigh. Music is the beat to move my feet. Music is a sound potion to help me sleep. Music is. Music is the life of my life. Music makes me feel something I've never felt before. Music is like my friends and my family. Music is like my best friend. Music is like my mom. Music gets me through the rough times and the sad, the happy, the life, the light, the dark. Music is.
Music helps me when I am up. Music gives me motivation when I am doing my homework. Music gives me hope when I am down. Music motivation.
Music is not just a noise. Music is a beat that can be neat, that moves my feet. When I can't talk about my feelings, I go to music. Music can talk to me when other people can't. Music is. Music is the light, the bright, the sun and the times, the good times, the bad, the shelter we have, the roots of a flower, the seed to a tree, the soil to the beans, the rise to my peace. Music is. The next category is if I had one wish.
If I had one wish, it would be to bring my brother back and to help my family pay the bills and to cure my granny's sickness.
If I had one wish, I wish for 10 wishes so I could take all of the stress from my mother and father and grandmother. With the other 7, I would wish to ask for $1 million to spread it throughout my family.
We know you're gonna keep that money.
If I had one wish, it would be that all my problems can go away and that I can be a normal kid. And if I had one wish for the future, it would be that I have a great family and a great wife.
If I had one wish, I wish the world could be a better place and people live an easy life.
If I had one wish, it would be to own my own successful business with lots of money and donate to charity.
If I had one wish, it would be to go to college because I want to have a good job and have money and stuff. Yeah.
If I had one wish, it would be for the world to be a better place.
If I had one wish, it would be to be wealthy so I can help my mom in surgery with her leg. That's it.
If I had one wish, I would wish to go back in time. Because I regret some things I did in the past, and I want to not do it if I go back to the past.
If I had one wish, I would wish for this earth to be peaceful, because there's a lot of innocent grown-ups and kids dying because of people that are crazy and want to act tough. Rest in peace for the people that died for no reason.
If I had one wish, it would be so I'll be successful. Why? Because I have a big future ahead of me, and I just want to be successful so my future ahead could meet the new me. And honestly, I'm trying to be a better person, because right now I'm going through some tough times right now. Honestly, I've been experiencing teenage things right now. But honestly, I'm trying to make myself a better person. And then I'm really supposed to be a big person right now this year, but this year's just been a crazy upside down place right now. And if I had one wish, it'd be so this world could be a better place. So everyone just stop dying by these guns, these violence, so people could actually live their time towards this chaos in this world. That's facts.
If I had one wish, I would wish for a more healthy, friendly, and rich life, even though money don't buy happiness.
If I had one wish, it would to spend the day with my cousin. And one wish I would wish to my future self would to don't take anything for granted.
If I had one wish, it would to be able to go in the past and spend a whole day with my family that passed. And if I had one wish for my future, so it would be to be able to end world hunger.
If I had one wish, it would be to be wealthy so I can give my money to the homeless and help my family succeed. And one wish to my future self, I hope I succeeded and follow my dreams.
If I had one wish, I would wish infinite wishes and make them all come true.
If I had one wish, I would be young forever. Never grow up, never worry about life. Staying young means no bills, no job, no tuition, no worries. Staying young means I don't end up on the streets. I don't end up in jail, selling drugs, killing and lying. I want to stay young, playing outside, cheering, dancing, and singing. Joking with friends, having favorite teachers. Running down the halls, drawing on bathroom stalls. If I had one wish, I would be young forever. If I had one wish, I would wish for a world where racism doesn't exist. You look at one black kid and say, oh, she must come from a rough background. Oh, she doesn't have a good life. She can't afford this. She can't afford that. But that's not the case. When you look at me, you see, oh, that's a little black girl. But really, as a matter of fact, I cheer, I dance, I sing, I have a good time with my family. That's who I am. If I had one wish, racism wouldn't exist.
If I had one wish, I would be able to find a way for everyone and everything to live together forever, because we're in an endless cycle of countless death just for a tiny role in the earth. We were chosen now, but soon we'll evaporate into the story of life.
If I had one wish, I would wish for the violence in the world to stop, so people can stop dying from diseases and cancer.
If I had one wish, would I change the world or try to steal a diamond pearl? If I had one wish, would I feed the hungry or steal some money? If I had one wish, would I better myself or rot on a shelf? If I had one wish.
If I had one wish, I would wish I don't grow up to be a not so good person. If I had one wish, I would wish to have my grandmother's eyes and for life to be a verse like the peppermints in my grandma's purse.
my synesthetic self.
Hi, I'm Mary, and this semester we explored synesthesia. We composed a written piece, My Synesthetic Self. We created an abstract art piece with it, and we modeled expressions while practicing.
If I was a color, I would be purple, because purple is a very valuable and wonderful color. If I was a shape, I would be a triangle, because triangles are different than most shapes. If I was a tempo, I would be fast, because most of the stuff I do is quickly. If I was a texture, I would be prickly, because my mood changes quickly. If I was a type of music, I would be lo-fi, because lo-fi beats change.
I'm the color red because the color red is like a fun and nice, cool vibe. I'm a squiggly line because I don't know where to go and what to do. I'm a slow speed because I don't like to rush, and I like to take things easy. And I'm smooth like glass because I'm understanding and I don't judge, and you just gotta get to know me. And I'm kind of like pop rap and calm romance because these things comfort me.
I got it, I'm up to no good. Smash your check.
I'm letting you know, my piece is the best piece in the class.
I am a rap song because I put my feelings into what I do. I am a fast tempo because when I'm down, I keep going. I am yellow because like a sunflower, I am bright. I am a squiggly line because you'll never know when I'm gonna end. I'm Jordan Taylor.
A lot of random stuff on my paper. Like, I got buildings over here, cactuses, bees, the sunset, water, purple cherries, mountains, and the tree from Lorax. Basically what it demonstrates is, my personality, because it's like I could be doing one thing and then I think about doing another thing and then I'm just off task. So I had wrote for my essay that I'm purple because I'm fearless and loyal and true to what I believe in. Purple has always been my favorite color because I feel like it honestly just represents like royalty. When I had drew my paper, it was easy for me because, stuff, in my opinion, I think stuff would look better if it was like purple. That's why I had drew most of my things purple. And if it's not purple, then it's blue, except for the sun and the cactus and the bees, because it wouldn't make sense if the cactus was purple. Whenever I have distorted thoughts or think about stuff being all over the place, it's like everything around me, it changes colors, it changes motion, and it's just different, and it just looks different. So that's what made me want to draw what I drew on my paper.
Because you were looking at the paper the whole time, you should look at the camera so they give like little poses.
Right, okay.
sharp and that circle because I'm endless, but that's who I am. I'm pink because I see a bright future, and smooth because life runs very groovy, but that's who I am. I don't listen to rap or pop songs because I don't listen to rap or pop songs, more like R&B, but that's who I am.
This drawing shows the ups and the downs in life, the moments where people say they're fine, but they're not. This picture shows the rough from the smooth, the happy from the sad. Life is like a roller coaster. You have to ride the roller coaster to the end.
Next is Trey and Jaylen.
My name is Jaylen Williams.
My name is Trey Broadnett.
See, when you first introduced it to like in class, it was like confused because I didn't know like how to work it. So I thought of in my head to like take my computer on my mom's house and just try to figure out how to do everything. And the next day, well, actually no, I stayed up all night and tried to make a beat, and I actually got it. So like the next day I just kept making beats and making beats. It's way easier than it was at first, because now like I can just go on Bandlab and just make a beat just like that and just like upload it and show somebody. The first thing I look for is the fifth, I think that's what it's called. Then like if I can find the right beat, I will use it, and then I use the bass. And then like I just go from there and let it play. Like as the beat goes, I find like another beat to like switch it up a little bit. I think like you should like try it, like keep trying until you get it. And then like if you still don't get it, you could probably like ask somebody like who has experience, they've done it before. And then like after that, you probably like get it.
So when I first came to Cape on, I didn't know I was on like Mr. Greene class, and then I took a try at it, and then I felt like I had a connection with that class and with Mr. Greene at that point in time. And then when I felt like giving up on my work, when I felt like I didn't want to do, when I just wanted to be alone, Mr. Greene kept pushing me and made me try. I'm glad for Mr. Greene helping me try, because if Mr. Greene didn't help me, I wouldn't be the person that I am today at this point in time. And with the beat stuff, I feel like I didn't really get a connection with the beat, like, cause I'm more like a rapper person. So like Jaylen, he'll make the beat and then I'll rap on it, and then his beats are good. His beats are high quality, because Mr. Greene is a type of teacher that will teach you everything like that.
The growth has been tremendous, and I thought their story needed to be told. Not giving up, just try and let someone help you, and have the patience, because you never know what you're going to enjoy, you never know what you're going to be really good at, and what you could contribute for others to enjoy. So I thank these guys for their perseverance and those wonderful words. That's it. All right.
This poem is called Black Girls Round Here. It seems we're the only ones who come with bad days, but the explanation for those bad days is, that's just how black girls act round here. We speak English and we speak, look at that black girl. But for For every little black girl that ranged is a strong black woman from which she came. But hey, that's just how it is round here. It's always look at her hair. Why does she look that way? Well, look from which she came. But that's just how black girls are round here. We hear echoes from the black woman we've lost, like Breonna Taylor. But that's just one black woman, so they say round here. Round here, black women scared to talk. Why does she sound that way? Why does her hair coil and twist the wrong way? But hey, that's just how black girls look round here. Round here, that's just how black girls are round here.
This poem is called My Mother. My mother is the light to my darkness. She's a band-aid to my pain. She's a mother like no other. She's no ordinary mother. She's the best. She's my rock, my world, my sunshine, my partner in crime. And what's the most importantly, my mother. I love her so much. Sometimes she will be a little fussy, but I come to step in and help her. Without her, I don't know where I would be. If she leaves, I'll be mentally sick and part myself from the world. I Love My Mother by Jamiria Jones.
I remember wishing that I was 8 because I then knew that I was getting older. A few months later, I had then wished to be 10 because I knew that my mother would take me serious. I turned 10, but once again, I wish to be 13. I am now 13 and wish that I hadn't wished time away. Ever since I've turned 13, it hit me that I'd never be 8 or 10 again because you can never go back. 13 is a big step in life. You have adults telling you. 13 is a big step in life. You're figuring out who you are, and you have a lot of responsibilities, but not like adults, although 8-year-old me wanted to be treated like one. You have adults telling you to keep your grades up, clean your room, but I can't be mad because I had just wished time away. So what do I wish now that I'm 13? I wish that I hadn't wished time away.
I feel like I am me. I am not smooth like a glass. I am not soft like a cloud. I am not always pink and happy. I am not always gloomy. I am not always blue and sad. I am not me. Mad and scared. I am me. Victoria Flores.
What is the insurance? Why do we need it? See, I always feel it was me versus the world, but in reality, it's me versus my thoughts. I always find myself overthinking, zoning out, can't never focus, but what about it? It always seems as if it's the world against you in some eyes, but you may think otherwise, but to find a place to improvise, and you'll always think that you need to provide in order to survive. It's always a do this, and do that, but it's never, what's the problem, do you need somebody to call? Waking up in the middle of the night, feeling like the weight of the world is onto your heart. But it is what it is. I am who I am. And at the end of the day, I'm in feeling.
Say it with me, everybody. Keyline. Keyline is not Mariah. It's not Mariah. I can't hear y'all. Keyline is not Mariah. It's not Mariah. That's better, y'all. Okay. Keyline is not the person you tell. Let me stop that. Hold on, y'all. Keyline is not the person you tell me what I am to be. Keyline is not only her, but who is also you call a she. Keyline is not that person you quiz. Keyline is that person who brings peace. Keyline is not that girl you go, hey big Mimi, every day. Keyline is that girl who does not come to play. Keyline is not that girl who you just know. Keyline is that girl who wrote this poem. This second poem is called Daddy's Girl. I'm a pretty girl with a pretty heart. It has been broken but never broken apart. I'm my daddy's girl with an easy mind. His love for me has a passion with a word, but that word I could never find. The everyday wake up and wash her face, and to make sure I brush my teeth with the right toothpaste. The love for his boy, his girlfriend, and I. You can tell he's a very strong man if you see a tear fall from his eye. I'm my daddy's girl with a little weight on my shoulder, but only the dad of my life know I'm his shield in the spring, fall, winter, and summer, and his only girl who always wonder what kind of person she'll be without her king shining armor.
Okay, this one was called I Know Taylor. I know Taylor. I know what she can do. I know what she has to prove. I know Taylor is an overachiever, but not so much a people pleaser. Taylor is funny, cute, and a superstar. Taylor shines and she stands out. Taylor has a smile that sets the mood. Taylor is the light when you step in the room. Taylor is as sweet as pie. Taylor is the friend that will ride or die. Taylor is her. Taylor is she. Taylor is me.
My goal is joy, not Joyanna, joy. Joy is there for me when I need her. Joy brings me joy. Joy is my mom, joy is my best friend. Joy is there when I need her, no matter what or where. Joy will be there. Joy is the greatest of all time. G-O-A-T, by Nile Family. I am the music, I am the melody, the guitar and the drums. I am the words and the voice, roaring them in my ear. I am the story and the rage it sings of. I will drown in the sound, wishing it to never stop. I am the music, and no, I will never turn it down.
So, my poem is called Where is God by Trey. So I said God is important because God is in the flowers, God is in the trees, God is everything we see, God is in the butterflies and the birds and bees, God is in the sunshine, God is in the storm, God is in the cold and frost that makes us wrap up warm. God is in the good, God is in the bad, God is what makes you happy and what makes you sad. God is everywhere you look and everywhere you go. God is your best friend always because God loves you so.
Yes. Preach. Oh my gosh, I'm back, guys. Forgiveness is a relationship we all oppose. Forgiveness is not just an I'm sorry. Forgiveness is a feeling. Forgiveness is an emotion. Forgiveness is sometimes people forget what feelings and emotions are. Or it's just remembering who you are. Love people that you forgive. Love people that you forget. Love is everywhere. Just never forget. Forgiveness is a feeling.
Do you facial expression? Okay. You so black. You so black that when you smile, the stars come out. You so black when you born, the God come out black as night. Say what? Black when it's wrong and black when it's right. Black is pyramids in mathematics. Black is melanized in magic. Black is televised in the need of drastic black advancements. Black enhances, black with chances. Black with privilege, black with pride. Black on purpose, on the black hand side. Black and beautiful. Black and blessed, highly favored, praise the Lord, black and blessed, black and so much more, black and nothing less. Hallelujah. Black and educated, black is brilliant, black is strong, black is resilient, black is song, black is infinite, like space, black is grace, black makes love, black makes babies black, babies grow up, black is tough, black is hard to do, black is me, and black is you. Period. What she say? Black is not something that we get to choose, but it is something that we get to cherish. And it's something we get to wear, and we get to rock this with honor. I'm black like my granddaddy and my great-great-great-great-grandmama. Black is that lift every voice and sing. Black is that letting your freedom ring and resound. Black is adjective, adverb, color, and noun. Baby, you so black. Ooh, you so black that when you smile, the stars come out. Honey, you so black that when you were born, the God came out. Okay, now,
why. Why do stars shine? Maybe to show how bright it can bite into our lives. Kinda like what music means to me. It's really like my ride or die. Kinda like my pride to this poem. So high to the sky, I could really just cry. While I read this, my body is shaking. I can't stop faking. Why? It's really my stage fright. It's so tight, I try to fight to bring up the light away from the night. Yes, I can do it too. But before we go, I'd just like to say a little thank you to Mr. Greene. He cool or whatever. And thanks to all the parents and the teachers that came. Mr. Greene has really helped us a lot. Some people may think we're depressed, but we're just really a lot of teens in distress. But yeah, we love Mr. Greene.
I just like to say a big thank you to Mr. Greene because when I came to Cape Vine, I was here earlier this year, but I had STEM at first, but this is my almost a year at Cape Vine, and ever since I've been in Mr. Greene class, he made me smile like so much. He's so funny. He's so kind. He got little jokes.
You're trying to be funny.
he got little jokes, but they not funny than mine. So, but Mr. Greene, he very challenging. He'll challenge you to get to where you're supposed to be, like how we are in here now. And they need to stop playing on Mr. Greene time because we don't got time for be playing. But everybody who came up here, they ate and they did their big one, and he did his big one with inviting y'all to see what we have and what we've been working on for some weeks, months, and days. We love you, Mr. Greene.
Love y'all.
Well, since we're doing thank yous, first I want to thank all the parents for coming out and supporting us on our poetic journey. And since we're thanking Mr. Greene, I thank you for teaching me how to write my words down without me having to tell nobody and how to express it to myself.
Back it up.
Get off the stage.
Not business. I would also like to thank Mr. Greene for teaching me about poetry because if I wasn't in Mr. Greene's class, I wouldn't know how to express myself. And I wasn't in his class last year, and I just had a lot of bottled up anger and emotions that I needed to get out. And Mr. Greene really helped me accomplish.
Alright, so I'm thankful for Mr. Greene and what he taught us because when I first came to Cape Town, I was a whole different person, and then when I now I changed a lot. I opened up to a lot of people, and I'm thankful for Mr. Greene because if it wasn't for Mr. Greene, like I said, I wouldn't learn none of this. And I'm just thankful for Mr. Greene, but that's I ain't gonna keep y'all for too long.
I would like to thank Mr. Greene for helping me come out of my little shell. Mr. Greene, I would like to thank you for helping me express myself better than telling someone, because when I first came here, it was like a lot of people really didn't like me for like the way I looked or how I acted. So I really just didn't talk to people as much, and I just kept myself like in a corner by myself. And I would like to thank Mr. Greene for helping me express my words better than my actions. So thank you, Mr. Greene.
Thank you, Mr. Greene. Y'all, I'm so sorry for keeping y'all here, but thank you for being with us for our rhythm and rhymes. We hope that you have an amazing day, and thank you for coming.
Let me get it. Wait. I gotta get this.